Hey everyone, I'm Marcus Sladden and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be using this YouTube channel to help you to become a better, faster, stronger runner with tips such as strength training, talking about stuff like I'm talking about today, which is biomechanics, and kind of all sports sciencey stuff. My background is in sports science. I've got a sports science degree, I've got a personal trainer qualification, and I'm in the process of gaining a sports massage qualification. So I'll be able to help you with all things about running injuries, how your body moves, etc, etc, etc. So today's topic is all about biomechanics, so how our body moves, as we run, kind of the importance of it and why we should potentially be looking at our biomechanics and getting assessments and things like that. So to start with, biomechanics is effectively how our body moves, and for us runners there's kind of 4 different stages. There's the initial ground contact, so when your foot hits the floor. There's the braking, so you'll see for those of you, and it's more accentuated in people that overstride, you'll see that kind of braking force contact as it hits the ground. You get your mid stance, so as you've hit the floor, you've got that stance where you've kind of, all your muscles to kind of pinch into the floor. And then you've got your propulsion phase, so your big toe pinging you off the ground, going into the next stage of doing that all over again. So I had the absolute pleasure of going to Randells Footcare, based in the UK, where they put me through my paces with a biomechanical assessment of my feet and kind of my legs area. I had the amazing opportunity to be looked after by Edgar, one of the biomechanical gurus that's at Randells Footcare. So I'll take you guys through that assessment now. Edgar had a vast knowledge of biomechanical assessments and kind of how important it is not just for elite runners to be looking at their biomechanics, but also runners like us as well. When I was put through my paces through the assessment, I actually found out that I should be wearing support shoes for my longer runs because my feet tend to go in a little bit and overpronate slightly. So if I was wearing a neutral shoe when I am going for my longer runs, that's actually less beneficial for me because I still am slightly overpronating. But then he recommended to me that for all my other stuff, like the shorter stuff, I still stay with neutral shoes because there was only a degree of overpronation there. But to reflect on all of my previous kind of gait analysis and things like that, they've always said no, neutral through and through, everything that you do in neutral shoes. So it's really, really important, especially if you're suffering with kind of potential foot injuries, any injuries at all. It's really, really crucial to get a biomechanical assessment because when things are going wrong kind of up here in your hips, it could potentially be something going on with your calves or your feet. So yeah, we'll hop onto the video now of Edgar explaining what a biomechanical assessment is, kind of the importance of biomechanics, what the biomechanical assessment is all about, so all the different steps, and then I will do a debrief after. So see you all then.
Hi, my name is Edgar. I work at Randells Footcare. I'm the main biomechanical podiatrist, and what I mainly do is gait analysis and biomechanical assessments.
Awesome. So going on the biomechanical assessment and everything like that, what exactly is biomechanics and kind of how does it affect us runners as a whole?
Biomechanics is basically the science that studies the motion and forces that are going into our body. So saying that, runners and sports in general will always have, the main part of the body that is in contact with the ground is our feet. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that our feet, is in perfect conditions, because what happens on our feet will affect the whole body. So any kind of sport, but mainly runner, because it's like a cycle kind of sport. So what we need to do, or what we do in general, is we go through any muscular assessment, joint assessment, and then what we do is a gait analysis. We looked at how your joints and how your posture will affect your running.
Okay, that's great. So why do runners really need to focus on their biomechanics? And what benefit would they get on getting a structured biomechanical assessment and kind of working on their biomechanics
first thing is if patients have an injury. If they have an injury, that means that something's wrong with the biomechanics of the body. Could be something related directly with the feet, or it could be something else like lower back, knees, hips, or even spine. So what we'll do is, apart from that, we'll prevent injuries. So having a full assessment, full biomechanical assessment, what we can do is make sure that all the ground reaction forces and all the forces within your feet are, right. So when you start training, or if you want to even do more, like marathon or ultra trail or things like that, doing this kind of step every time in the wrong way, that can lead to a severe injury. So this is what we look here, what we do.
Perfect. And is this kind of assessment only for people that are looking for performance, or is it for literally anyone? Anyone
in general. So amateur runners will benefit from that, because usually professionals will be quite fit, so they quite know their body, so they know how to train, they know how to stretch, they know which load they have to do when training. Amateur runners they don't know that much, so we need to focus a lot on biomechanics before they start running, or if they already running, we have to prevent future injuries.
As you can see, biomechanical assessments are so important, and looking after your biomechanics is really important too. Not only from an injury perspective, but from a performance perspective as well. Looking after your biomechanics can ensure that you're not getting injured, you're running stronger towards the end of a race, and even in day-to-day life it helps as well. So I hope this video has given you a kind of an insight of how important your biomechanics are as runners. For those of you that do follow me, YouTube has been a bit lacking at the moment, so this is kind of my kickstart into YouTube again. I'm going to be starting to upload on a more frequent basis. I've got loads of ideas to present to you, loads of ideas that you guys have kind of put to me, questions that you've asked that I'm going to be more than happy to answer. So I hope this video has helped. Look out for future videos, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.